power pole time. We mounted this one to save you, or save us, the embarrassment of fundling through it. Fumbling? Fundling? It's so fun. Stumbling? Fundling. I like that word. It's when you're having fun fumbling. Anyway, these clams, this goes on here. Clamshell, like that, the other way. And you need a torque wrench. You need an 80 torque wrench that'll do 80 pounds. And we fought with that to try to keep it straight, and we gave up. So hopefully the other one will be like a diamond. But, oh, and then we wedged that chisel in there to keep the space even right here all the way down. And we were able to do that with the chisel. And what that does is it keeps the weight off of here. Now, at 80 pounds, I don't know if this thing's going to slide around or not. It might torque down the first time we use it. It might crush this plastic thing. Who knows? But it's on there. We did not mount this tight, you can see, because we don't know what level looks like yet. Unfortunately, the boat is sitting crooked on the driveway, so we just kind of have to line this up. But if we get it crooked and we want to fix it, it's just easy. You just loosen these up. In fact, we'll probably put it in the street to be super sure that they're straight up and down. See how it's crooked now? I think we'll figure it out. I think we're gonna have to put it in the street actually, because it looks crooked because it's so tall, but it looks straight with the motor. Yeah. So we'll just leave them both loose. All right, now for this one. You get two bolt kits. One is, you can't read it anymore, but it's for the bracket. And then the other one is for the adapter plate to the power pole. You get one more bag that you don't use in this application. It's when you mount it directly to the transom. On this boat, you could easily mount it here. Actually, because we're gonna have to mount the polling platform, I don't know how this guy is gonna bring the polling platform in here, probably right here. He's gonna have to bring a pipe up. This seriously couldn't be simpler. You use those two holes in the Atlas jack plate. The instructions are very clear, lots of pictures, very little words, my favorite, and that's all you do. You put two bolts in there, you tighten it to 80 pounds. You're gonna have to. That's it. This is where that square washer goes. If you do the top one first, the top one, because of the gravity, the top one wants to stay away from the transom. So if you get that one on there first, then you can stick the chisel, see how it fits perfectly right in there, to hold the bottom away. Hello.
Can you to come to the other side of the driveway to get the dog?
Are you gonna go get the dog? Come on, you ready? This one's straight. So next up is the putting the pole on. And again, there's two different size bolts. So the shorter ones go on this side where there's no double plate. It's very obvious, especially if you screwed it up and you're doing it twice. This one is the longer ones, and then they have these little rubber washers that are stainless on one side, rubber on the other. They go on first. This is straightforward. You just put all four in. Some advice, put them in backwards, exactly backwards of what you see here. That way the nut is on the inside of the shroud and it looks nice and clean from the outside. All right. It's pretty sick. Careful, don't step in the poo. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, we'll just leave it loose until we can put it in the street. Next, we have to run the hose So the way we ran the hose on this side is we gave it a little twist to keep it together, just a slight twist, and ran it right through here. That one we're going to do the same, and it's probably going to lay right across the I don't know, we'll have to see where we route it. So it comes with this plate, and the plate is for if you want to mount it right through your transom or into your deck. We don't want to do that. These are also marked up and down with tape. So blue, if I remember correctly, is up, red is down.
They're also marked actually right on the hose. I didn't see this until later. Probably would have known that if I read the directions, but it just says up and down printed right on the hose. Here we're just giving them a twist like I did on the other side. I just think it looks better than a bunch of zip ties, and it actually, at the end you'll see it turned out pretty nice.
Gotta actually turn the whole bundle without untwisting it to get it to lay the way we want. Above the steering, I think it'll lay on all of this and just zip tie. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And under. Yeah, like that. But I think the twisting. What do you think? I'm not married to one way or the other.
I like the twist for what you said, them jiggling around.
Yeah, it keeps them together. All right, twist it is. The pump mounts with this little black bracket and a spring-loaded retention pin. That's it. So I just simply put some tape down so that I could align it. Took the pump off the bracket, put the pump back in the bracket after I screwed it in. The hoses I could have gone tighter on, but I decided to leave larger loops just because I had the room and I don't really need anything over there. I might reroute it at some point if I want to mount something on the bulkhead back there or that side panel. Just fill that thing up, push the button. Watch it suck the fluid in. Pretty neat. Push it until it sucks air. Open it up. Got the poles down in the down position, both of them. All we're doing is filling these cylinders. So it took a quart. This is the rest of the quart right there. And I'm not sure if it sprays. I'm just in the habit of putting this on. We're gonna push down. And now we're gonna push up. So we're gonna put a little bit more fluid in. Actually, fluid looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna go up and down until and just try to work all the air out. So you can see that sucked up quite a bit of fluid. So we're gonna bring them back up. Make sure that fluid's out of there. And I'm gonna add some more fluid. So it took about, I don't know, a quart and an eighth of maybe a quart and a quarter down. I will bring the rest of that quart with me when we go out on the water, because when this is extended in the water and it's extending all the way down, it's going to suck up even more fluid. So that's my plan, to completely purge it once it's in the water. Here is just aligning them. I brought it to a vacant parking lot and just eyeballed it until I got it aligned. Some people will angle them in for what reason I don't know. Some get angled out because the motor is so huge. But in this case, I thought it looked best straight up and down, so that's how we did it. This is a clam type of shroud that goes over this stainless steel and plastic bracket. It's great design. It has a tongue and groove on the top and the bottom, so it really locks in very solidly. And then it has 4 self-tapping screws on either side that screw into the plastic within the mount. That's it. It couldn't be simpler. This is the installing of the foot pedals. I really like foot pedals. If both my hands, if I'm, whatever. I love foot pedals. I've really gotten used to them on my other boat, and these are really high quality. I have no problem putting holes in the deck for these foot pedals. I struggled with it originally because they are plastic, but on my other boat, I've had them for over 2 years. They're totally fine. Anyway, I drilled one of these holes too big, and so here I'm mixing up some G-Flex. I'm going to tape around the hole, and this is a cord deck, so I'm really taking effort to shove the G-Flex down into the hole to create kind of a mushroom blossom underneath. Here I'm taping the edges of the foot pedal because it's black and the 5200 that I'm using to seal the deck is white, and it's just easier. You just peel the tape off and there's absolutely no sign of 5200 anywhere. You'll see here in a second. I did peel off those barcodes. This one I peeled off after the fact, the other one I peeled off initially, but here I'm taping up the other one, and this G-Flex is now ready to re-drill. Seal it up with 5200, peel that tape off, and it is done. Something I did on these is I mounted them a little bit unusually far apart, and that's because I'm usually wearing flip-flops, and in the past I have hit them, with a wave or whatever. So I mounted them far apart, and the other thing that's really neat about this particular installation in this spot is this boat is built for a different style trolling motor that's longer, so it has this little extra area there. Now that area looks like it was designed for the foot pedals. So I'm really happy with that. The last thing to install was this little gem right here. It's in direct sunlight. I don't know if you can see that blinking, but it's charging. It's a magnetic charger. This is actually the remote for the Move, which is in the next episode. We installed the Move. We put in a 36 volt Abyss. Really nice. Really nice. But anyway, to finish up this power pole video, we will be using really probably only this because it has the poles. Let me flip this over. It has the poles right here. So the plan is to put another one of these on the dash right over here, right here. And then there's going to be a big 8-inch speaker right here and right here because we're installing a Fusion black box under the console with a little remote somewhere, but mostly you'll just control it on the Garmin. Anyway, let's see it work. So from the boat down, up, oops, oh, you gotta wait a second for the pump to kind of cycle, and then double click brings them up. Pretty aligned. Let's do it from outside. Here it is from outside. Down. And then you gotta wait a second to bring it back up. Now they weren't this aligned in the beginning. They have gotten more aligned as I've used them, which is really kind of interesting. I bet it's just air in the system. And then if you don't want to do the automatic up down, you can just push it and hold it and let it go wherever you want. Or all the way up. Or push it and hold it and let it go. Pretty neat. Okay, so that's it for this episode. Next episode is installing the Move, installing the, well, actually, I don't know what next episode is either going to be installing the GPS or installing the Move, depending on what I edit first. But there's at least 2 or 3 more episodes in this build. So I hope you're enjoying them. Stay tuned, please subscribe to the channel. And then at the very end, I'll do a complete walkthrough of everything that that we did to this boat. It's been a lot of stuff. So see you next time.